Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eric. I was trying to go live, but my internet's slow, so I'm just going to try to do this as fast as possible so that I can actually upload this video to YouTube, because I'll just have really slow internet, so that's just great. So basically, I got somebody that had reached out to me and asked me a question about their business. I'll just kind of break it down a little bit. So they've been in business for about a year with their LLC. I believe they're kind of doing like the box truck, kind of like panel van type of business. They have the opportunity to expand into semi trucks, and they've got some dedicated lanes that they can take advantage of. They are in Northern California and Bay Area, somewhere in between Sacramento and Stockton, Sacramento and Oakland. And I'm assuming that because they're running in between, to not deadhead, they're going to be running in between Sacramento and Oakland. And side note, I said Stockton because I used to live in Stockton, so I actually know the area quite well. But anyways, so they want to expand. They don't have, they're running their business right now with liquid capital, meaning their own cash out of their own pockets. To expand into the semi trucks, they're going to need to get a loan, and he doesn't have good credit. I believe his wife or his girlfriend has good credit. He's thinking, or going to try to add her to the LLC. Kind of has a plan, but just kind of wants to know what the best bet would be to do, and then and stuff like that. So so basically, I'm just gonna talk as if I was in the situation and what I would do, knowing what I know now if I was just starting. So a couple of things that you can do. Well, the first thing is that, and we figured this out already, but I mean, he already knew. I had to know these numbers. So the truck is going to run 2 shifts. He's going to have a split seat or jump seat drivers. So one person's going to start at like 3 in the morning and run till noon, and then the other one's going to go, so the truck's going to be running for like 22 hours a day, basically. And the truck's going to do 316 miles a shift. We'll just call it 320. So it's going to be putting on 640 miles a day on the truck to run the 2 shifts. So the best situation, it's probably not the best, but if I was in this situation, what I would do is I would put a rental truck. If I didn't have good credit, I would put a rental truck. I would go out and rent a truck. Like not a lease purchase, just go out and straight rent a truck from a dealership. I don't know anything about like Lone Mountain or anything like that. But so what I would do is I would talk to 5 or so dealerships around the area that I lived in. And then what I would do is I would talk to the leasing department. And then I would ask the leasing department, how much is your daily rental on a truck? So like if you're all you're doing is you're committing to 1 day at a time. And that is actually a really good way to go. Otherwise, you can also lease a truck, which would be more of a commitment, I guess. And how that would work is you'd put money down. I believe you put some money down. I've never leased a truck, just so you know, but you'd put some money down, or maybe you don't even. I don't even know if you put money down, but basically you can put your name on the side of the door and stuff like that. Now with a rental truck, they just have like a sticker, and then with permanent marker they write on the truck your name. So it's not as professional, but the truck's brand new, okay? So you can get a Peterbilt leasing company, you can get a Kenworth, Freightliner, whoever you have the best, would have the best connection with, and could negotiate the best price, and then what does the rental include. So from here on out, I'm going to just call it a rental, because I would do the rental way, because when you rent a truck, you don't have to pay for the license plate. You don't have to pay for the wear and tear on the tires. And the price is like they're not giving you, in my experience, a super no-brainer deal to sign an actual lease agreement. You're not saving that much money. It's still, either way, it will be expensive. But so once you figure out, the companies that are willing to work with you and stuff like that, then you're kind of negotiating the deal and stuff like that. Now what you want to negotiate is you got to figure out what you're going to be running the wheels off this truck. So everything between the dealerships is probably going to be about the same. I believe it's been 2 years since I've rented a truck, so I don't know what it costs. I don't even remember what it cost when I did do it, but I want to say it's around $200 a day. But you got to remember, it still costs money if you have, so $200 a day times 10 days is, for the week is 10 days would be 2,000. So it's gonna be about $4,000 to rent a truck, I think, and that includes the mileage, because I think $200 a day must be expensive. But anyways, $4,000 at the end of the month. But so how it'll work is, let's just say it was $200 to rent a truck, then it's per day. It's a 5-day work week. So if you run the truck 7 days a week, now you take, $200 times 5 days during the week, and then you figure out what that is, which would be 2, 4, 6, 8, would be 1,000. So then it's $1,000 a week to run the truck. And then if you divide that by, let's just say you could work the truck 7 days a week, then you divide 1,000 by 5, and then you'd actually get your real number of how much it actually costs to run that truck a day, because they're only planning on you running it 5, but you can run it as many days as you want. Now, try to negotiate down the price of the lease or the rental. Like, so if they say they want $200, ask them if they'll do it for $185 or, something like that. They're not going to budge much on that, but they should budge on there is going to be a mileage charge. So, like, knowing that you're going to run the truck day and night, which they don't need to know that, and it really doesn't matter. You're going to want to get your mileage down as low as you possibly can. So, like, I think it's probably around 8 cents a mile, 7-8 cents a mile is what it was before, is what they're going to, so they're going to charge you $200 a day, give or take, and then they're going to charge you 8 cents a mile. So if you could get it down to like 5 cents, then 2 days, so basically you're going to rent a truck that a normal person only uses for a 12-hour period, and you're going to run the truck 24 hours. So now your $200 a day price is it's really only $100. You're only paying $100 a day because you're running the truck day and night. And then if you run it every Saturday, then it's actually, that brings the price per day down. And then now all you have is your mileage fee, which you're going to pay the mileage fee regardless. I mean, if you have a truck and you aren't going to work on it yourself, you're going to bring it to a dealership, you're going to pay the 10 cents regardless. So with a high mileage run and a high production run like that, I think it's a very good option to actually rent a truck, especially in your situation that you have, being that you don't have good credit. I don't even think if I was taking this job on, I probably wouldn't even buy a truck for it, because you're just going to wear it out. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. It is not bad. It's just the name of the game is, in this specific situation, is not building equity. It's just boosting your truck's cash flow, and then you do other things with it. So it's not, you're just going to the truck's just going to get wore out super quick. So, basically, that's what I would do. And then when you rent a truck, you go in, you put your credit card on file, and you go and take the truck. They don't run your, there's probably different scenarios, but where I went to, and a lot of it has to do, I believe, I don't know if it does or not, but relationships. So like, I know these guys, and I've created a relationship with them, and it was a referral of how I even got to the leasing company in my area. So I had like a reference when I came into it. But all I did was said, I want a truck. Do you have one available? They said, yes. We talked about the mileage and stuff. And then they said, okay. They actually dropped it off for me because I couldn't pick it up. So I said, hey, can you drop it off? So then they had somebody come out, drop it off. And I probably have I don't even think I have my credit card on file. But I would assume normally if you didn't know them or have a rapport built up with them, they would need a credit card to be put on file. So that eliminates, I mean, pretty much anything that's holding you back, that eliminates. And you pay for the truck after you've worked there. So like, you don't pay for the truck up front, you pay for it. So you use the truck for a week, and then they run your credit card on like Saturday or Friday. So it's actually, you don't have to even put anything down on it. It's actually pretty slick deal. So let's see if there's any other questions that he had with it. As far as you getting your CDL, I would absolutely recommend you getting your CDL. But if you stop doing what you're doing now to go do that, you're just robbing Peter to pay Paul. So you might as well keep on doing what you're doing, and then put 2 drivers in here, or maybe it's easier to find someone to do what you're doing now because it's not required to have a CDL. Then put someone over there, and then you take on one of the shifts. But it would be good for you to be able to jump in a truck if you needed to, because for any reason, I would recommend you getting your CDL. And other than that, I hope that helps. I know I emailed you back, but I just wanted to clarify some things and go from there. So hopefully that helps you guys. If you're still watching the video, please like and leave a comment if you would, and ask any questions you have. Thanks a lot.